becoming difficult, they are presenting at least alternative days for sure. They are presenting, they're themselves taking that onus of speaking in the forum. They are always active participants. They raise their hands first. So you have some real incredible people in the forum. Learn from them. And now the ball is in your court. All right. The format of the class, evening class, is very simple. We have 4 or 5 major activities. One is group discussions. Okay. We have a group discussion. Equal number of members will be divided. I will tell you what are the rules. How do you have to, collect your thoughts and rope it into sentences which are sensible. How you have to encounter rebuttal. So we indulge in group discussions, alternate days. And alternate days, we are into presentation. What are we presenting? We are presenting everything you couldn't present in the morning, or usse best. Yahan par pehle present kar lo. I can tell you what are the small errors. How can you improvise this? And then you present it in the morning call so that sir finds there is an improvement. So that sir also sees you have improvised and come there. You are not raw. ठीक है, थोड़ी सी डांट कम भी मिल जाएगी. Just giving you hints. So this is your practice ground. You can prepare here, deliver it here. Forum will criticize. Forum will ask you questions. And then you can improvise on your content and present it in the morning call. तो आप यहाँ पर present करके morning call में present कर सकते हैं. You can present newsletters. You can present your company profiles, whichever you are working on. Okay. Next. Here in the forum, we are also checking CVs. You can send your CVs to me. I can guide you. We have a template which we follow. We can share the CVs. You can make your CV accordingly and I can sieve through it. We also prepare for interview questions, HR interview questions. This happens along the whole week. Any day, if the strength is too much, we indulge in group discussions. If presentations are too scanty, we might pick up questions, HR questions particularly, or your specialization questions. How the interviewer will ask you questions. And are you in the capacity of answering? Kabhi-kabhi aisa hota hai ki I know the content, but when the interviewer asked me, I was blank. I did not know how to frame the sentence from the start. So here we are going to practice everything here. Okay? All right. Now, as our ritual is, we are going to indulge in group discussions. There are 28 members in the group. All right. So I can expect 9 members in each group. 9 members in each group. Okay. So we probably will have 3 GDs. I'm going to give you simple topics. Now, how do you thrive on the GDs? So we will have a 10-minute GD. Usually it is a 10-12 minute affair. So 10-minute GD mein, the first minute is only about collecting your thoughts, and in that 1 minute, any of you can volunteer to start the topic. Open the forum basically. All right. So how do you open the forum? If Shama has to open the forum, he will say, I am Shama Siddiqui and the topic for discussion is this, which means this, and my take is this. So brownie points will go to the introduction. He will get a lot of brownie points. But you have to be very confident about opening the forum because you are laying down the foundation. Okay? So once he has done that, he explains the topic, lays down the foundation, and then he takes what is his take. He agrees, he disagrees, he's partially agreeing, whatever he will tell. After that, one of you can take the baton in your hand. How are you exchanging the conversation? Everyone will enter with hooks. You can't just say, okay, Shama, wait. No, you have to say, I completely agree with Shama's point and I have an example to share. You may say, Shama, pardon me, I disagree with you. Allow me to cite an example. So these are hooks which you should say and enter the forum. Hi, Shivraj.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening. All right. So every time you are not supposed to interrupt each other. For example, Shivraj is talking और मैं बीच में उसका point भी खत्म नहीं होने दे रही हूँ, and I'm saying, wait, listen, no. It is a very elite kind of a discussion. We are doing discussion. We are not doing debates. So allow Shivraj to finish his first point. If you think he's taking a lot of time in explaining the second point, interrupt him. Excuse me, Shivraj, let me add on to what you are saying. So these are the hooks which you are going to enter with. All right. After you all have done, तन्मय ने बोल दिया, दर्पण ने ले लिया, दर्पण से राज ने ले लिया, राज से हेमंत ने ले लिया, हेमंत से अविनाश ने ले लिया, अविनाश से शिवम ने ले लिया, and everything is having, everyone is explaining everything. In your explanation, you should cite examples, experiences, take the company name, talk about the statistics, talk about the stocks, talk about the prices, talk about the percentage, everything. जितना आप fact बोलोगे, उतना आप highlight होगे. Okay? If I'm just saying, yes, Shama, I agree with you, and I just keep quiet, I get 0 marks. Yes, Shama is saying the correct thing. I agree with him. You don't get any points because सारा काम Shama ने करा है. उसको मिलेगा point. Come in with better points. Don't repeat the points because you will not get any points for repeating what anybody else has said. And the forum is very smart. Even if you reframe it, उनको पता चल रहा है कि he has just repeated what Karthikeyan has just said. So he will not get any points. But if you say, I agree with Karthikeyan and I have an example to share, this company did this at that year and this has happened. So I conclude, you will get a point. You have brought something else on the table. Okay? After this whole affair of 8 to 9 minutes, you have to keep track. 1 minute baki hai. Before that 1 minute finishes, one of you has to volunteer and say, I would take an opportunity to conclude the discussion. And I summarize. Now you cannot say according to me. In conclusions, you cannot give examples. In conclusion, you are just summarizing what the forum has said. You can say we had a healthy discussion where some people agreed with the fact, some people disagreed with the fact, but the facts incline towards the positive side. That is why we can conclude by saying this. Have I explained myself very, very nicely?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Anybody,
Yes,
any
ma'am.
questions? Please
Yes, ma'am.
tell.
Ma'am, I had a question.
Yes, Tanmay.
Ma'am, sometimes, like for me personally, I can speak English and discussing a certain point in English, and sometimes my thoughts proceed into Hindi.
Okay.
So how do I stop that from happening? Basically, should I just go
Consciously.
with the flow, or just
You'll have to consciously do it. Tanmay, you'll have to consciously tap yourself from not switching to Hindi. You'll have to consciously do it. And it will come with practice. 3-4 ग्रुप
Okay.
डिस्कशंस में सबको इनहिबिशंस फील होंगे, सबको जज्ड फील होगा, सबको हेजिटेशन होगा. Some will forget the hook, some will forget the points, some will not be able to articulate anything. Please don't judge. We are here to commit as many mistakes as you can. जितनी मिस्टेक्स कमिट कर
Okay.
सकते हो, इस फोरम में कमिट कर लो. Nobody is judging you.
So, ma'am, should I just basically stop what I'm saying immediately and try to go back to English, or just complete my point in Hindi?
Stop there. Stop there. Give me a minute. You can just use the hook. Give me a minute. Let me recollect my thoughts. You can start again.
Okay.
Again, if your pauses are very, very lengthy, they are distractive pauses, and then the public goes, distracted. Nobody wants to hear
Of
them.
course.
So fluency is utmost important. You should be fluent. You can pre-prepare. जैसे शमा ने बोला, keep a notebook with you and keep jotting down all important points. Make your notes. Come prepared. Who has stopped you?
Of course.
You just have to sustain the 9 people in a debate. 10 minutes I'm giving you. Each of you gets 1 minute. You just have to sustain that for 1 minute. Now that 1 minute can be broken into 30 seconds. एक sentence बोलूंगा, फिर दोबारा वापस आऊंगा, फिर 30 seconds में एक sentence बोलूंगा, फिर so 3 times you can come in the forum. 1 minute, which you can divide into 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Okay.
आराम से.
Of course. Because my doubt was not just for like these sessions, but also for actual interview sessions where they take group discussions and such.
We will
So
have
that
actual
is why.
group discussions, interview sessions where we will tell you how can you talk about your strengths, what can you say when
Yeah,
you ask you about your gap years,
of
what
course.
will you say when they're asking you about your weaknesses,
Mhm.
how can you
Okay.
direct your own interviews. So
Okay.
those sessions will come. Once you have fluency, then those
Mhm.
sessions matter. If I start teaching you higher order thinking skills initially, then the whole purpose is defeated.
Yes,
है ना?
ma'am.
I'm
Yes.
teaching you music without teaching you saregama.
Yes, ma'am.
Plus, if you don't practice it at home, then what you're doing is you're learning swimming online. If you're not
Practice makes perfect.
speaking in the forum, if you're not speaking in the forum, turning up every day, हर रोज आ रहे हैं, attendance full है, पर बात नहीं कर रहे
Mhm.
हैं, तो you are learning swimming online.
Yes, ma'am.
समझ रहे हैं सारे? Learning swimming online. Okay. Rishabh sir is there in the forum. Sir, you would want to add something?
No, man, no as such, nothing. Yeah, but guys, as you know, Avinash rightly mentioned that you should be able to come on a daily basis. जितना तुम बात करोगे उतना ही अच्छा है. And let me get it clear. Still, I don't get any reply from Vidya ma'am or any reviews from Vidya ma'am. Interviews, I will not recommend you for any interviews. The reason is not because that I have some problem with you या तुमको कुछ आ नहीं रहा है. Even if you know, the presentation is so important. मतलब ऐसा हुआ है, my friends have rejected students just because they were not able to present something. एक था level 3 candidate था, एक CA था. बोला ऋषभ why have you giving me this candidate? I said why they are good, they are very qualified. तो इनको बात करने भी नहीं आता है. So that is the reason, I and Vidya ma'am collaborated. मैंने बोला कि Vidya ma'am doesn't understand finance. इसका मतलब ये नहीं, we have to talk in general finance. Even she now understands, At the end,
Challenge यही
anything,
थी sir. Challenge
at
तो
the end, you
यही
should
थी मेरा.
convince Vidya ma'am to invest. If you can convince Vidya ma'am to invest, it means that you have done a fantastic job. So that is why, a non-finance professor is also important in a finance class. It's just that you have to, मैं हमेशा बोलता रहता हूँ कि go it to ground level पे जाकर research करो. If Vidya ma'am is convinced to invest, obviously I will also be convinced to invest. Like that. It's
Yes.
just that I will have more questions. That's the only reason. Rest all,
I don't understand, I will ask again. If I don't
yeah,
understand one concept, I will ask you to
हाँ,
explain it to me to the T. Go to the ground level and explain it to me. ये क्या है?
yeah,
What is working capital नहीं समझ आ रहा मुझे. Give an analogy, give an
you know,
example. Tell me via a company example. कुछ तो मुझे और example करके मुझे बताओ. So your challenge is the bigger.
yeah. Okay, guys. So I think it's your first class, so probably make sure that you make most of this. And मुझे morning calls में English खराब नहीं चाहिए. तुम्हारा finance खराब होगा, I am okay with it. तुमको finance नहीं समझ रहा है, I understand. It's the start. But if your English is wrong, probably, as I told you, Monday to Friday, I am your manager. I am not your professor.
Yes.
तो जो
And we
manager
have
से
to keep
तुमको
a tab
criticism
on
आएगा,
attendance. We want to keep a tab on attendance.
yeah,
Only attendance is not important. I'm going to give everyday reporting to sir who has participated, who has presented, who has spoken, who has not even switched on the camera and not even spoken a single word. So he knows everything what you're doing in the evening class.
yeah. So guys, only attending मतलब किधर I attended Vidya Man's class. If I don't get any review from Vidya ma'am, probably recommendation तो नहीं मिलेगा तुमको. ये याद रखो. मैं डरा नहीं रहा हूँ, मैं तुम लोग को ऐसा नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि मुझे करना नहीं है. It is because my name is at stake because of this reason. That just because you guys are not able to present properly, my recruiters are saying कि ऋषभ तुम students को सिर्फ finance क्यों सिखा रहे हो? And that is a you can any other batches student Avinash can as he was saying he can recollect. है ना Avinash? The point you came in the classes तब जो तुम I still remember scolding you in the first day in the class.
Yes,
तुम
sir.
बराबर
Yes,
बोल क्यों नहीं रहे हो? Correct. Now I can see the improvement in you. तो by the way morning call में क्यों नहीं आते अविनाश?
सर वो थोड़ा मतलब ओवरलैप हो रहे हैं सीएफए के क्लासेस, इसलिए न्यूज़ भेजकर थोड़ा सीएफए के क्लासेस भी करना
अच्छा,
पड़ता है, बाद
fine,
रिसर्च बैठ जाता हूँ.
fine, no issues. Okay,
मतलब फ्री टाइम में यूट्यूब पर देख लेता हूँ मॉर्निंग सेशंस.
okay, fine. Try to come if possible.
यस सर, यस सर, आई विल.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am, you can continue, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. All right. So I would request all the seniors to participate in the first debate to know these juniors how to speed or how to maneuver over the group discussions. Shivraj, raise your hands. Shama, raise your hand. Avinash is there. Shantanu is there. Anyone else who wants to participate in the first group discussion, please go ahead. I need 9 people. We are 30 in the forum, including sir and me. So I expect 9 people in the forum. 9 people.
Ma'am,
The first discussion. Sir?
Vidya ma'am, this is Aditya.
Hanji Aditya.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I had joined at 7 p.m. Then again, because of some internet issues, I had to close the Zoom and rejoin it again. So I am actually not aware like what this now right now what we are going to do. That you spoke about that there will be some debate or
Yes.
forum.
Yes.
Can you just give me a like if it's possible? Sorry, but yeah, can I just take 2 minutes of
We are
yours?
just going to indulge in a debate. And
Okay.
you first, it'll be a 10 minutes debate where 1
Okay.
minute you can collect your thoughts, and one of you can emerge as an introductor who is going to lay down the foundation. While you're doing that, you have to introduce your name, the topic, what is your perception of the topic, and what is your stance. And then everybody can exchange information, counter-attack each other very dignifiedly with hooks.
Okay. Okay.
I support, I don't support, I have a point to add, something of this kind. And towards the end, you have to be cautious of giving 1 minute conclusion. Conclusion में आप अपने example cite नहीं करेंगे, आप matter कुछ add नहीं कर सकते according to me and all. You will just have to summarize what the forum has said. Hi Dikshan.
Okay. Understood.
Yes?
Yes, yes, understood. Yeah.
Hey ma'am, good evening.
Good evening, Shivam. Dikshant. Whoever said good evening, ask the question. Was there a question?
No ma'am.
Okay, all right. Okay, we'll start with a simple group discussion. Very simple group discussion. Large cap versus mid cap versus small cap. Where should investors focus now? Discuss. So I'm going to time this for 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 minute for collecting your thoughts. Others also can make their notes towards the end. If you think they have not covered all the points, you can give your point. Avinash, raise your hand. You're in the debate.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So hello everyone. Today's topic of discussion is large cap versus mid cap versus small cap. I am Abu Shama Siddiqui. I would like to start the discussion. So basically, in today's time, first of all, if we want to talk about now, so in current time, as we have seen the recent war, the war uncertainty is going on. So the money, the smart money is flowing through the safe havens like silver and gold. But if we talk about in the long terms, investing in large, mid or small cap depends on the risk appetite and investors profile. If someone is very young, they can take a risk, a bet, depending on their capacity. And if someone is old, up to their retirement, they can choose the blue chip companies or the large cap stocks. So the forum is open for everyone for the discussion.
So
I agree with Shama, but I want to add that since war is happening right now, we should not invest anything in any fund like large cap, small cap, or mid cap from now. But after few months, if we see any situation going good, so we can invest in large cap, because if war happens again also, the downfall will be low in the large scale.
Yes,
According
so
to me,
we can
this is
want
not
to highlight that we can see that apart from this current situation of war, I want to highlight that what basically are large cap, mid cap, and small cap. So what is the criteria, general criteria behind it? So there is a general criteria that we can say that there, if top 100 companies with the market value or market cap, they are in the large cap, and beyond 101 to 250 they comes under the mid cap, and beyond that top 250 it comes in the small cap. So according to the investing, we can see that it majorly depends on the risk and return appetite or risk appetite of the investor. It totally depends on how adverse or how favorable the risk is for that particular investor.
I would like to
Hi
point
everyone.
over here that the talk was going about the war. So firstly, the investor risk profile matters most, and their objective of investing is these are the two things which matters. First, if the investor is heavily risk appetite, like if they are able to take more risk, then they should invest in the mid caps and small caps. But if the investor profiling is such like that, their risk profile is so that they are not able to take that much risk based on their age and income, they should invest in large caps. And to the second point, talking about the war, as no war does the recession in the market, but it also creates an opportunity to invest in the future as most of the companies like large caps and mid cap are available for better valuations due to the correction in the market. So war does make the market correction, but it also adds opportunity to majority of the investors, according to the history, to create long-term wealth.
Hi
In
everyone.
my so in
My
my
name is
opinion, I would like
Aditya,
to add 3 points.
and
Yeah,
hello.
continue.
Oh, so sorry. Actually, we both collided each other. Okay, so yeah, may I continue if
So may I continue?
okay.
Yes.
Someone go
So
ahead.
yeah, as I was rightly saying that like just before me, Darpan took a point. So since when we are talking about investors, okay, so I just remember the most wonderful say that has been said by Warren Buffett, like be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. So also there has been in the past times whenever there has a war has happened, each and it has given an opportunity all the stocks that has been the market goes into correction, and if we are talking about current time, the market was already at their highs. Such correction was required, but since also there is a war going on, my opinion would be that the investors, if they have a risk appetite, they should invest more into small cap. The large caps has also been corrected. We can see that the Sensex is right now uh, performing less than the Nifty. Sensex reflects 30 biggest company of Indian stock market as compared to Nifty, which reflects only 50 biggest company of the stock market. So when the large caps have already been corrected as compared to Nifty, which says that the fear that has been okay, now the market will not go much lower because the whenever the large cap gets corrected, the we can say that the proportion that the market will fall, the expectation that the market will fall has already been passed out. And right now, it would be a good opportunity to start investing into a staggered manner. And if the risk appetite is low, they should invest more into large cap. And if it is high, they should invest into small cap. This is my point.
Yes,
So I
totally
would
agree
like to
with you,
I would like to
Aditya.
add
continue
one
with
point
Aditya.
here.
Like that,
Hello.
we can see that this is a current example of war. So we can see that there are two types of risk: systematic risk and unsystematic risk. This war is a type of systematic risk which we cannot eliminate. So we can eliminate the unsystematic risk by diversifying. So ideal strategy for investors is to make a balanced approach in the portfolio. So we can say that however the investor is risk averse or he is not risk averse, he should have a balanced portfolio approach for his sustainable investment returns. So he or she might invest 50 to 60% of his or her money in the large caps and rest of the money in the mid caps and small caps from gaining the sustainable returns over the long term.
I would like to add here one point by extending this point further. So, given that risk averse level similar throughout the investors. So my take would be invest in large cap stocks, because the situations like war, these situations disrupts many businesses, so increasing their operating cost, or export costs, import costs. Such we can see here, like oil sector got impacted because of this war. So in such situations, the large caps are not that much of sensitive compared to mid cap fund or small cap fund. They cannot take that rising cost level further. So if that situations like war extends a bit further, extends further, so that small firms get small businesses would be collapsed. So my take would be to invest in large caps, because they provide you hedge towards the volatility and business disruptions level.
If we are talking about war, okay, so the current, as you like, as everybody right now is saying that it's a panic situation, it's a war-like situation, but if we really consider this current scenario in Iran, the leader of the Iran has been targeted, and right now they are going to find out the new leader. Now, what if the new leader comes and the US president, Mr. Donald Trump, has already announced into the media that I am ready to take over all the sanctions that I have put on Iran if the new leader that comes is agreeing to our terms and conditions. Now, right now we are not in.
Aditya. Sorry to interrupt. I think you are
Yeah.
going beyond the limits of the discussion of our forum. So because you are going out of track, what I think.
Yeah, let's
So
guys,
the
let's
discussion
focus
is
on
all
No.
about
large cap,
where
mid cap,
should
and
we
small
invest.
caps.
Exactly. Actually, I was about to conclude that only, like, because everybody right now is only talking about war. But before war, there were tariff war. Before that, we are like 4 years before there was COVID, and we have actually
Adding to what
seen.
Aditya is saying, hello.
Yeah,
Adding to what Aditya is saying, I'm saying that even though there are geopolitical events, war, crashes, and all, market
correct,
only accepts the earnings growth. So no
correct.
matter, even though we face those volatile situations, but these volatile situations give us the opportunity to bottom pick the stocks and allow us to invest. But though we can consider that in these volatile situations, we should give more weightage to large cap, because they protect us from the downside. They won't fall
Correct.
more that much compared to the small and mid cap. So
That's
my
because
take
of
is
the
generally,
Yes.
my take will be to have a balanced view, allocate more of the proportion to the large cap, and distribute in the mid and small cap accordingly based on the risk appetite. But yeah, the larger portion goes to the large.
Yes, I
Coming.
totally agree with you. Why we have to balance this approach, because we can see that majority of the hedge funds in the world today, they are also following the balanced approach. Means they are not blindly investing in the small caps by blindly taking the risk. They are also following some strategies, which includes combining the portfolios with risky and passive assets.
Avinash, continue and conclude.
So glad to conclude. We can see that this investing approach is totally dependent on the investor's risk appetite. And from my point of view and others' point of view in the forum, we can say that the balanced approach is the best approach for investing for the long-term sustainable returns.
Thank you, forum.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. Very good discussion. Quickly, I'm going to give you your individual feedback. Take it with a pinch of salt. So you had Shama. He has left the forum, but wonderful laying down of the foundation for the group discussion. He told in brief what is the scenario, and that changed the whole direction of the discussion. Shivam came in with a hook. Shivam, you are speaking good. Your grammar is good. थोड़ा सा voice को और enhance करेंगे and थोड़ा fast बोलेंगे. You're a little slow. Just Fluency should be maintained. It will come with participation, okay? It is
Yes.
not a one-day affair. It will come with participation. You will become as good as Avinash and Shama. Avinash came in, explained nicely. Hand gestures are very excellent. You also, people try to do hand gestures. He keeps on doing like this, like this. So that also enhances his explanation. This means he's organic with what he's explaining. He's confident of what he's explaining. So try to do some hand gestures. Darpan came in, the hook. He used sequencing. Darpan, your English is good, your fluency is good, your pace was very good. All appreciations for you, right? You use sequencing. You said, secondly, this. You also start by saying, अगर आप ऐसे use करोगे ना, there are two major reasons. One is this and one is this. Highlight you will become. Because everybody's ears, you're telling, there are 2 points I want to discuss. So have sequencing in your description. Aditya, Aditya, you have a wonderful voice. Where is Aditya? Yes.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Your fluency is good, but there are fillers. And at times you're thinking and answering. You'll have to get rid of this, huh?
Okay.
Structure and get rid of this. And don't get into lengthy conversations. Don't consume others' time. And don't try to go off track. Nobody in the forum will tell you you're going off track. But you can be the reason who misdirected the whole.
सामने वाले में लगा.
Are you getting my point?
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes.
So, Shivraj was very correct when he guided you and circled back to the main topic. Anybody sees this can emulate Shivraj. Shivraj also entered in with a hook. His content was very nice. His vocabulary, right set of vocabularies he used. Even Aditya used right set of vocabulary. Darpan, Avinash. Yes. अब शिवराज थोड़ा सा और स्पीड बढ़ाएंगे. Alkesh, grammar is good. Hand gestures is for everybody. Alkesh, कहीं कहीं आ रहा है because you're thinking and answering. Next time we can come more structured. All right. Overall, it was a very nice effort. Very nice effort by everybody. There's more room of improvement. You know, it can become very seamless. It can be a treat. It actually can be a treat to somebody. As spectators, we would have a blast when you perform seamlessly. All right. Shantanu, you didn't speak a word. I wanted you to be there in the forum. Okay, one more thing. Avinash entered 3 times in the forum and he also gave the conclusion. Aditya entered 2 times in the forum. Darpan was just there once. Shivam was just there once. So as I told you, if you come only once, you will not be highlighted. You have to try and come in at least 2 times. अगर इंट्रोडक्शन नहीं मिला तो कंक्लूजन के लिए ऑप्ट करो. अगर कंक्लूजन
we were just giving time, opportunity to speak to everyone, so that's why.
No, you can give. जैसे Shivam interrupted Aditya because firstly he was taking a lot of your time. सबको 1-1 मिनट मिलने वाला है. Make sure you don't allow somebody else to consume all your time. And he was very right. And he came at the right time. He allowed him to speak. And when he was going off track or when he was speaking too much, Shivraj interrupted. Excuse me, you're going off track. I think we should circle back. So that's the way you can do it. आराम से कर सकते हो आप. You give everybody their chance to speak. But you think they are consuming your time? Interrupt them. Very dignifiedly interrupt them and start your own sentence. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes. So, want to see people coming back in the forum. एक बार बोल के खत्म हो गया मेरा काम नहीं चलेगा. The forum is watching you. Again, your body language should support you. You should not be, disrespecting anybody. No harsh words. It has to be a very gentlemanly affair. Okay, everybody in the first group has done a fab job. Shantanu.
Ma'am, I have a question here.
Yes. Kesh, yes.
Yeah, so my question is, when I was listening to other people's view, there were many overlapping views. So how should an individual, just for the sake of saying we should say, or we should hold back and just, give a different view? Since even though this topic was very common, so we will have common opinions across, all. So then in case I hold back myself and I don't, I mean, reply or don't respond any different view, will that be a, I mean, will that affect my performance? And
Absolutely, it will affect. See, the topic is very common, and everybody would say large caps. For example, if everybody is saying large caps, if Aditya also wants to recommend large caps, Darpan also wants to recommend large caps, you also want to recommend large caps. All three of you will have to come in with some examples, with some experiences.
X and all.
So if Aditya just said that in this war zone, I think large caps is the best investment you can make. Akhilesh would come in and say, Darpan can come in and say, I completely agree with what Aditya had said. Back then in this year, अगर उसको याद आ रहा है तो, या फिर when this situation had arisen, everybody opted for mid cap. Statistically बोल सकता है, as per the theory, if this situation comes, then the stocks will rise there and then the scope of earning here is more. So you will have to come support the statement.
But give an instance or something.
With your own experiences, your own statistics, percentage, and your own examples. Name the companies, be it. Tell the stock, tell the percentage. Explain.
One more problem I faced. I would like to know, like if someone has someone have a statement, I also have a counter statement to that person. But right after that person spoke, I won't get the opportunity to speak. And then someone spoke about that his sentence, and then I can't speak about the person which he has spoke before that. So I mean, they have changed the direction, or sometimes I also forgot the point that what the person before that person have spoke, like adjacent to him.
If
So
I am understanding you better, आदित्य ने बोल दिया आपको आदित्य को एनकाउंटर करना था, but Rakesh came in, but you wanted to encounter Aditya, right?
और फिर वो point relevant नहीं रहा मैम.
मेरा बात करने का. Alkesh के बाद you got a chance to speak. So you can say, I would want to counter attack, or I would want to cross question, agree, disagree with Aditya. Just now, Aditya, before Alkesh, Aditya spoke. I would want to encounter that point. You can route the discussion in the context of the question anyhow. Just come in with a hook.
Okay. ऐसा नहीं हो कि मैम that question or that the counter statement becomes irrelevant if someone one or two people speak after that. Is it so like?
Become irrelevant because you're speaking in the context of the question. If you're speaking something else, then it will become irrelevant and people will point that out. But if you encounter him and it is a valid point in the frame of the question, it will not become irrelevant. It will just be what third person has said.
Got it, ma'am. Thank you.
And you can safely exit. That was my point.
Yeah.
That was my point. Was my point, and not is my point. जब वो बोल रहा था, मुझे बोलना था. Clear yourself. There's no problem.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Ma'am, actually, I was in call, so can I join in next GD? I won't be able to.
Dishank, bolo. What are you saying?
Ma'am, said that I was in a call. So can I join next GD?
Next GD, we hardly have 5 minutes, and I have an immediate class after that, 8 o'clock. So we will not be able to do a GD. But if you have something to say on this discussion, you were not able to participate, you can give your points. What do you think? Mid cap, small cap? क्या चलेगा यहाँ पे? Large cap?
So, ma'am, basically, if we talk about the investment, so there are the few strategies like we should focus on before suggesting anyone, like the valuation purpose, valuation models, and the what can we say, the valuation and the earning visibility of the company, and the risk appetite. Risk appetite is the main factor before investing in anything. So I personally believe that due to current scenario or like the geo situation that like we are hearing right now, that what is happening in the geopolitical. So in my opinion, when large cap fund is the safest option for the investment. because because the companies in the large cap basically have the strong financial background and strong financial positions as compared to other. They shows the stable returns, or where the mid cap can deliver the higher growth potential but has the higher risk appetite as compared to what we can say large cap. So that was the my point from
Fine.
my
Okay.
side.
All right. All right. All right. Have everybody, others who couldn't participate today, have you got the gist of it?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
had a doubt.
Yes. Some
Ma'am, what I observed is most of the people were repeating most of the points, and suppose there is a topic about which I do not know much, and I'm not able to partake in the JD, so I would want to conclude, obviously, because I didn't get the chance. So how is it that I can like book the seat that I would want to conclude so that I can take part in the JD?
you can't book the seat, firstly. And secondly,
Okay.
if you were there noting down everybody's point and thinking you're wise enough to pitch the conclusion and get the brownie points, that doesn't work that way.
Okay.
So if you're thinking, so everybody will take the safe place, no? Everybody will want to conclude by listening to everybody's point. So points are not awarded only for conclusion. If you come in the forum earlier, say your thing, whatever you're opting for, and then you opt for conclusion. Then you get all the points. But only for conclusion, no, you will not be awarded any points.
Okay.
All right. If you don't know anything in this, for example, the way the question you asked is, अगर मुझे कुछ नहीं आता तो मैं क्या करूंगी? This is the worst situation you can be in.
Yeah, correct.
And why will this happen? You are masters of your own stream.
Yeah.
Specialization in that, right? ऐसा कोई topic कैसे हो सकता है? Then you will have to go back and do a lot of homework. You will have to eat your textbooks.
So the topics are going to revolve around these things as only, right?
Topics are going to revolve around your domain.
Okay.
We are not learning English here. We are improving our articulation in our specific domain.
Okay, understood.
Basically trying to present our numbers in sentences. Storytell our company profile. Storytell our newsletters. So that is the challenge. So ऐसा कोई topic अगर है where you are not able to speak, that means you're in a bad situation. You have to go back, do your homework, and come back. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. This should be the rarest of the rare case that I am not able to have any thought on the topic. Yes. Anybody? Yes, Tan.
Adding to Sampriti's point, sometimes when you're preparing for an actual group discussion, especially for investment banks and such, the group discussion topic is for general knowledge and political scenarios. I have Meghrasat, like in a couple of interviews, there has been cases that I don't know so much about it. So in such a case, can I just basically add hooks like, can you explain more about this point, or I don't, or just flat out admit that I don't know much about this topic.
Tell the person in the forum, can you add on more?
Yeah.
No. It will not look good upon you.
Okay.
That means you are not sure of the content, or that means you are not well aware of the content. So don't take this risk of asking somebody. Don't even ask. Don't pinpoint each other. You said this, now you explain this. Not allowed.
Okay.
Be very dignified. Let me explain. Can I cite an example? I would just clarify or simplify what you said. If I understand you better, did you mean this? These are your jargons.
Yeah. Basically, I just like you said, not pointing out actually, but just like you told about this. So does it happen like this, or does it happen like that? Something like.
You can just say, Tanmay, you are saying that the mid cap is not going to be any better. Do you think this will happen this way, or do you think this will happen? That is the way you can enter. You can enter that way, but no pinpointing and no personally.
Of course not.
Absolutely. Sarvesh has a question. Aditya has a question. Is it?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Then you can lower your hand, Hero.
Yes. Done.
There.
I had a question, ma'am. Sarvesh.
Yes.
Yes, I wanted to ask. So in a situation like this, we were talking about that we don't know anything about the topic. Hello.
Can you be a little louder?
Um,
Hmm.
am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you are.
Yes. So in a situation like this, that we don't know anything about the topic, so in a real GD for even the MBA classrooms or even a job interview, are we allowed to use AI during after giving the topic or during collecting our thoughts?
No, you will be only with a piece of paper and pencil.
Okay.
और ऐसा नहीं होगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा. You all are well-read people. You all are reading newspapers every day. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This was my first day, so okay,
You
I
wait.
haven't started yet.
If you haven't started, you're late. You will miss the bus.
Right, okay.
So we are expecting you to be well-read. You should know everything about the geopolitics. Everything happening in and around you is your actual space. You have to
Also to
analyze.
add, I mean, what you are saying, I have experience in the interviews also, that they generally revolve around general finance topics only. So, but that is the reason Rishabh sir wants us to read newspaper.
Absolutely.
Because they
Yes.
won't dig deeper, yeah. Otherwise,
Yes,
GD won't make help.
Right, I was even asking for so that we can get some numerical facts which we don't generally remember. Like in today's topic, I initially forgot that the top 100 are large caps and 100 and 250 are mid caps. So I thought it would be convenient to use AI during.
See, this is for the first time you're indulging in something of this intellectual, right? So it will come in the course of time. As and when we practice, you will have these questions. Oh, मुझे ये क्यों नहीं याद आया? Oh, मुझे वो क्यों नहीं याद आया? Next time, you will be better prepared. इस बार तो I will talk on facts. इस बार तो I will talk on companies. I will have experience to share. So you will come up better equipped. It will happen with the course of time. It will not naturally come to you all, okay? So for that, everybody has to consistently turn up and raise your hands. See, those who raised their hands for the first forum got an opportunity to talk. Those who did not raise the hands, we are falling short of time. Due to the constraint of time, I will have to log out. Are you getting my point? So don't miss that bus, okay? The ball is in your court.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to
Yes,
get it.
ma'am.
We're all there. Me and sir are all there to help you as much as you can. Seek. We are there. Wonderful session. Welcome to the family, I must say. And let's do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
See everybody tomorrow.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for the session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.